Hello, and welcome to another episode playing Crusader Kings 3 using the hardest possible rule set. Starting as Duchess Matilda of Tuscany in 1066. We're now playing at Duchess Matilda's grandson, who had become the Emperor of Italia, then was elected Emperor of the HRE, currently holding those two titles, and we're driving toward reforming the Roman Empire. Currently on a long pilgrimage. We wanted to take some time so I could get the sanctioned loopholes perk. Also wanted to get the divine right innovation and also complete a coronation oath to ensure peace. For those of you who have watched the prior episode, episode 9, I apologize for cutting off abruptly. My hard drive actually ran out of space. But I've corrected that error. We're going to continue here, keep going on our pilgrimage. As soon as this pilgrimage is completed, we are going to go back to some serious war. We'll be buying claims, using sanctioned loopholes, and all the piety we're making on this pilgrimage. Again, seeing about taking the territories need to become and restore the Roman Empire. We'll need to fight some scourge conquerors. Of course, I say that Abyssinia was put together by scourge conquerors. Certainly this gentleman's father was a scourge conqueror, but he has lost the trait. It's interesting that he's an exalted warlord. To me, that suggests that he probably was a scourge conqueror at some point, but I guess he lost it. No, I don't. Yeah, no, maybe not. I mean, it says trying to see when he first became ruler. Let's see how long he's had this title. No, so he's had it for 7 years. So I think he must have been a scourge conqueror at one point and lost it. You see here, Guinea is still a scourge conqueror. We had defeated them to get Empire of Nicaea over here, the Anatolian Peninsula. Hispania was ruled by a scourge conqueror at one point, not now. Same is true of Britannia. Let's pull up who the scourge conquerors are currently. We got 5. So Song, obviously, way over here to our east in China, Guinea, the Pudgeman Empire. Looks like it's in Afghanistan. Nope. In southern India. Interesting, says he's of Afghan culture. Then Siberia up here, fine. Then Amur is far to the northeast. I've seen Amur get scourge conquerors a few times. It's a bit unusual, just in terms of that area. They're taking over Japan. If you're the Song, are very strong. Now they have a scourge conqueror. Okay, so 5 is actually probably fewer scourge conquerors than I expect. You often see 8 to 12. But we'll continue on here. We have a number of adult sons. We also have a younger son that we're educating, who you see is intelligent and hale. We also have a grandson who is a genius and comely, and who is betrothed to our daughter, who is hale and intelligent, so their children could potentially be able to strengthen the bloodline. If you're planning on playing multiple generations, and unless you have some role play reason for having your children get educated by other people, generally you're going to want to educate them, try to make them as strong as you can, especially give them good personality traits. So that's what we're doing here, is really start paying attention to our potential heirs. Either our direct heirs or heirs that we may play a couple characters from now. I think I'm fine with this person becoming a monk. Don't really care that much. She's not that important. So we had a nice long pilgrimage here. We're still going to hit a few more points of interest and then head back. See, we've constructed a lot of buildings recently. Let's take another look, see, continue to improve our domain, get more gold, get more power for our men-at-arms. See, we have a plague that's far away from our capital. I think we at least want to get the stress relief perks, and then also know thyself, so you know when we're about to die. I think we were on our second son here, Marino, to be our heir. He has 2 virtues. He has this excellent grandson who is a genius and comely. So, talked before about for disasters, I usually just let my vassals handle it. They seem to do a good job, and I don't need to worry about myself. So here you can see, them all making contributions. I guess I should look to see if there's anything important. I guess that's not bad, really. Oh, whatever. But yeah, they often just handle it themselves, so I don't need to worry about too much. We're going to go with inspection, really hear more for the taxes and vassal tax contribution. Again, talked about really want as much gold as we can possibly get. Gold very obviously is very important in terms of you can turn gold into whatever you want, whatever you need. Turn gold into piety through funerals and pilgrimages. Turn gold into prestige through buying your titles, hunts, feast. Turn gold into men-at-arms. So just always want more gold. You'll often need gold for mercenaries. I think in particular, you saw a few episodes ago where we were fighting a rather desperate battle against Britannia when they were ruled by a exalted warlord scourge conqueror and were trying to take Germany from us. We hired some special mercenaries for that, using the gold we had. If we would not have been able to hire those special mercenaries, I think we very likely would have lost that war, lost Germany, and it would have been very painful. Okay. Let's take a look at exactly what we need to restore the Roman Empire. So Latium and Venice, we'll take care of those that we need to. So Thrace, Tunis, and Thessalonica from Hispania, it looks like. Antioch is held by Abyssinia. Not sure if, I guess the Sultanate of Syria, Palestine, Alexandria is also Abyssinia. Okay. You would think, with as much as I have played this game, which is roughly 4,000 hours at this point, that I would remember what is required to restore the Roman Empire, but I do not. Let's grab a couple more of the surrounding. Oh crap. Forgotten that I was just. This is going to hurt. So let's not buy any counties, any duchies that we don't need. So we'll get Thrace. We'll get Thessalonica. Okay. So because I'm going to get a lot of stress whenever I buy claims using sanction loopholes. That's unfortunate. It sort of is what it is at this point. I probably do not need to lead this army, so I'm not going to. Instead, okay, well, first I will declare the war. After I do that, I am going to be holding a feast so I can de-stress. I did not buy the right thing. That is really unfortunate. Obviously, sometimes dukes hold multiple dukedoms, and you want to make sure you buy the right one, which is Thessalonica. So now I am really stressed out. We will declare war and then hold a feast. We'll start here and take all this territory in the Balkans, and then if necessary we will move over to Tunis. Guessing it won't be necessary. Kin. That would be great to have me there leading it. I really need to go to the feast. So I've talked about that. I generally like just as a trait. I know some other people don't, but certainly one of the big drawbacks that I have a bad tendency to forget about is what's going on right here. The amount of stress you get from buying claims. That's even with carefree, which helps reduce stress. I'm still stressed out. I think because of that, I may try to go all the way to whole of body, which has its own stress reduction. So I do want to try to minimize the stress here in buying all these claims. Armies are led by my son, who seems to be doing a good job of sieging very quickly. Let's see if the armies of Hispania show up. Don't think I need any help on this war. It's a very good event. Means artifact quality is increased. Also a little bit of stress relief. I think maybe I'd want this book with a small health boost. Try to stay healthy. Guess let's not take the time necessary to siege down Constantinople. Okay, that's good. Good to get the stress gain reduction, very useful. We want to lose as much stress as possible, which we did. Okay. So we should have Thrace, Tunis, and Thessalonica, Palestine, Alexandria, and Antioch. So we need to buy Antioch and Alexandria. IT from Antioch. There we go. Alexandria. We didn't gain too much stress there. I think because we're okay on stress, I will take over the armies from my son. He's done a fine job, but I'd rather command them myself. It would be nice if the army of Hispania showed up. Exactly sure where they are. My army is going to start starving soon, but I don't think that's a big deal. Probably is a big deal to my men who are going to be dying, but for me, I still should be able to defeat any army of a non-scourge conqueror that shows up. And Hispania is not a scourge conqueror, so it won't be a concern. One thing we'll have to just keep an eye on and deal with as it comes up is, talked before, but because of the size of my realm, foreign enemies can attack my vassals without me being able to join the war. If that happens, if, say, the Hispania reclaims Thrace or something, we'll just have to deal with it. Still not seeing armies of Hispania. Hopefully this will be the last siege we need. It is not. Someone on siege, yes, because those people down there on siege while I was sieging, so let's go kill them. This guy's just pumping out the books. Okay, one more siege. go. So I think we can start handing out some of this land to our adult sons who we know are not going to be our heir. This 2-star guy, for example, he is not going to be our heir. So we can give him the Duchy of Philoppolis. He's even slightly over the domain limit. Leave it up to him as to what he wants to do with it. I assume I'm well over the duchy limit. Indeed. Tunis certainly will just give to whoever. Yeah, I guess we'll just give it to this child. He does hold the county with the duchy building. Thessalonica, likewise, we will give to whoever holds the duchy building. Thrace, I may want. I think I'll hold on to Thrace for the moment, just in case I do decide I want Constantinople. Let's check again to make sure here. So we're about to take Antioch and Alexandria. And it looks like this guy is just sort of chilling over here. We'll be able to take him through a holy war. Take Jerusalem specifically. Just to make sure we can do that, let's get a claim on Sinai. There is some sort of plague down there, which is not ideal. Boils, it is a major plague. Could grab the Duchy of Venice. I guess we have to buy the individual counties there, which isn't good. I should say it's not good because I think this is going to increase my stress. So let's attack Venice first. I will then go on a hunt. To reduce my stress. And I will leave the armies in the capable hands of my son here. We do want to do all this quickly, again, just for the reason the longer we wait, the more likely that foreign powers are going to start attacking our vassals that hold the land we need for Rome, and then we'll have to reconquer that land. It just takes more time. Let's go over here with the egret. We will max out our hunt amenities, and we'll focus on conquering Venice. Do want a wet nurse. Let's check on our grandchildren. They probably need to be guided. This will cause some more stress, but hopefully I will get rid of most of it on this hunt. See if defeating the Venetian armies will end the war. Did, so that's good. Currently, we're sending all these titles to our oldest son. Though I think we're going to want our second oldest son to inherit all of our titles. Give it to this relative here. Hopefully he's having genetically blessed children. That's odd that he had a child without any genetic traits when he and his wife span all of them. Okay, well, once our hunt is done, we will continue. Usually I save the papacy for last. Okay. Yep. All right. So next we will be... No, they split. Okay, so we'll have to fight 2 wars because these people split off from the Abyssinians. Yeah, maybe because he lost his no longer a scourge conqueror, he's facing all sorts of rebellions. Take the stress loss there, of course. Don't need a falconry glove. Do need to look at my buildings again. Good. Good to lose stress, get some prestige. And I did completely de-stress, so that's helpful. Okay. I think let's get a claim on Delta as well. And the real question is, do we want to attack both this realm, Tar Tawarated, however it's pronounced, and Abyssinia at the same time? Guess let's not. Let's. Yeah, I take it back. Let's attack both of them. I mean, this guy has so many problems. I don't think he's going to be able to. Yeah, I mean, he's just unbelievably in debt. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything to us. And for that matter, even if he was at full strength, you know, so what? He's not going to beat our armies. So we'll attack both of them at the same time. Just to make sure. I don't think I can attack Syria. I mean, what I could do, yeah, probably the correct thing. Oh, the duchy title has not been created. Man. So how much stress do I get from buying each county individually? 31. Again, this is a lot of stress, but I think I'll be okay. It's all of Jerusalem, and we'll declare war on him as well. And the plan is we'll just land over here and just sweep, you know, up to our east and northeast. I will lead the armies, even though I'm a little bit stressed out. I think I'll be okay, hopefully. Sure, that's more than enough troops. Yeah. Not sure why my granddaughter has lover's pox. What? How did I even... Okay. I'm confused about... Okay. Guess I defeated someone without even realizing it. The Pope is sending me a gift. That's interesting. I wonder if he realizes what's going on in terms of, hey, it looks like Emperor Marino is conquering all the lands that are necessary to form the Roman Empire. I wonder what other lands he needs. Oh, my lands. Well, maybe I'll send him a gift. Maybe that'll do it. Spoiler alert, that is not going to do it. Certainly if I succeed on all this, the Pope is going to be next. I do leave him for last, but he is on the list. Okay, we do have a plague close to our realm, our capital. Our physician is on controlled plagues. We've isolated our capital, so I think we've done about what we can there. Are you crazy? Probably just try to outsiege them instead of going back there and fighting their armies. Okay, so gonna have a second Black Death. Started in, it looks like China, Song area. Or maybe it started in Japan, actually. Yep, started in Japan. We'll be sweeping our way. So this does make things more interesting. Frankly, I don't think it changes my plan. I think I'm just going to, you know, try to keep conquering through the Black Plague. We're going to find out if that was a good or bad decision. It is going to be sweeping our way very soon. Fortunately, he has unsieged what I have sieged. Maybe we will need to go kill his armies. Now he's trying to flee. We'll just take his... Why am I... Oh, sure. About to ask why I was taking... I was going to take attrition there, but the obvious answer is because I'm in hostile territory, since I did attack the person who owns that territory. We'll just take it. We'll take the capital of... Yeah, realm-wide quarantine, sure. Alright, here. See about destroying him. Alright, back at max stress, so not good. It's Black Death here. It is. Alright. Well, here goes something. I think we'll replace this trinket. I think we have another book that gives plague resistance, so we will equip that instead. All right. That's helpful. I think at this point we're just going to go for healthy and whole of body. Crap. How's that? Okay, so the Duchy of Philoppolis is actually not one that we need. But that goes to what I was talking about, that we are sort of under the gun here because we are going to have other foreign powers trying to take over our lands here that we have conquered, which could include the lands that we need to restore the Roman Empire. Also, obviously, I really need to de-stress. Catch this guy's armies. Assume that's not all of his armies, but have him. Leonardo Fibonacci, welcome him to our court. Probably has a book he wants to write. Didn't quite win the war, unfortunately. Looks like Abyssinia lost more territory. Antioch split off into its own individual territory. That might be good for us. Be easier to conquer. Certainly want another book. Don't know who you are, but I'm not going to be helping you. Okay, I do believe all these stack, so we have stacked up as many books to try to keep ourselves healthy. Things we can